Good evening, Raiden Nation. This is Ollie the Writer, the UK Commish. Thank you very much for dialing into episode 12, I think, of the Unnamed Raider show from Silver and Black UK. We head up with the pre-game show for this weekend's divisional rival matchup against the Chargers in our second hometown, Los Angeles. As always, I'm joined with the gang. Good evening, Tony.
Good evening, all. Not on mute, yes.
You're not on mute. Win. You got it right. Evening, Mitch.
Evening, gentlemen. How we doing?
Very good, very good. How are we doing this lovely Saturday evening?
Not bad.
Good. Who we got in the chat? We have got even Matt, even Simon, even Stevie. If I haven't called your name, give us a hello. I see you're out there watching. We've got Kevin the radio.
He's returned. He's returned. He went a bit absent at one point, didn't we? Welcome back, Kev.
Welcome back.
Indigestion, that I think, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. Bar's looking good, Tony. Not the only people to spot it. Happiest Larry.
It is indeed. I just can't wait for lockdown to be over so that people can actually come round and help us drinking it.
Yeah. Brian is joining us. What's up, Squid?
Evening. Oh, so it was a good week. Had that little extra step. What's that? Stride in your step? No. Bounce in your step. Hop in your step. You know, I just screw up all these phrases.
It was a good week.
2 minutes.
It was a good week. It was a good week. Always after a Raider win, it's a good week. So we still sit second in the table, and that one in the L column to the Chiefs just looks so damn good. 4-3, Broncos 3-4, Chargers 2-5. I'm not
Stevie's got it. It's spring in your step. I think Stevie's
spring in your step. Thank you. Spring in step. Cool. So we move to the Chargers this week, playing in our
holiday home. Vacation.
Yeah, I was going to say our Western Annex. Short. I don't know if are we even bothering to fly, or are we just taking a bus down there? Hop on the Greyhound, head down.
It's like a little autumn stroll, like a little walk down.
So they're coming off the back of a loss, 31-30 against the Broncos. Mm-hmm. We're coming off a really gritty 16-6 against the Dog Pound. We're rolling. I need to do the intro to Madoodly thing in Majuba. That thing.
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about, but yes, you need to do it.
I'm going to do that. Bang, now. Right on. So 2-5 Chargers. Interesting.
If you look at their schedule, all the scores when they've lost have been very close. But if you watch the games, it's not that close.
So the opposite of us then.
The opposite of us.
We're jumping right ahead. So let's go with the norm here. Oh, wrong one. That's not the right norm. It's all going on Pete Tong now. Let's just go back to this. No, I saw my stuff out. So, yeah, you say not. The scorelines are not indicative of their play. Give us a bit more.
The Chargers have found new ways to lose games. I think anyone who's seen even snippets knows. They have blown where is it now? They blew a 21-point lead 3 times this year, and they're the only team to have done that. They're the first team since the Falcons done it in 2003. The rest of the NFL, when combined with being up 21 points, is 52-4.
Falcons blowing a lead? Are you sure?
I know. It's
never
hard to comprehend, but yeah, they're just fine. And even if you look outside of the 3 games where they have blown a 21-point lead, they blew an 11-point lead I can't remember who against and lost that game. I think someone else. And they also blew a 16-point lead against the Jags. They managed to win that game.
I've got that. So let's talk normal. So you say the stat lines. So let's take a look what the stat lines actually look like, because I've actually got this ready now.
Nice fill in, Mitch. Nice fill in.
Nice little intro there.
Yeah,
There
nice
you go.
fill in. Appreciate it. But we'll move that conversation on. So point-wise, points scored, we're a nose ahead, but I would say we've had a tougher schedule so far. Points allowed, they're doing a better job, but with some guys that they've lost. What have they lost on the defense? They've lost a corner, a safety, a D end, a corner, another D end, and another safety. So I think we'll be seeing a very different defense out there, with Bosa being doubtful. And then they got 2 corners being questionables. So
that Bosa being doubtful, potentially out as well, is massive, isn't it?
He's did not participate all week as well.
No.
So it's not like he had a limited yesterday or anything.
It's concussion protocol, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting, because if he's out, he is a nightmare. He is a headache to deal with. And when we're struggling with an O-line out there, I think not having Bosa to have to deal with would be a small blessing. But, as pointed out there by Ray Squid, it's a divisional game. It doesn't matter. This is true any given Sunday.
Yeah.
They're going to throw other stuff at us that we haven't seen. And we're going to throw other stuff at them. So I'm happy with that. But
have you got like a tearing transition that you can just throw up on screen now and just tear all those stats up that are on screen now? Just tear them up.
I haven't got one. But that's exactly where I was going with this, is passing yards and rushing yards. They beat us on average.
That's because they are scoring points. You can see it there. They're not scoring too many behind us. But that all happens in the first half. And then they go and deflate like a used sex doll. If you look at the number, so they are currently 4th in points allowed in the 4th quarter. The only teams who have allowed more points, average points per game in the 4th quarter this year, are Seattle, who, let's be honest, I don't think anyone's worried about. See you juggling. The Falcons and the Vikings. So they're just, yeah. Go on.
You tell me. No, it's just oh man, no, I'm not even going there again. That was brilliant. Thanks, Mitch.
Right. And then you look at the last 3 games. The last 3 games on the entire NFL, they allow the most points in the second half. They're allowing 20 points in the second half, most in the NFL over the last 3 games.
Which benefits us because we've actually learned how to do something in the locker room at halftime this year.
Exactly. And if you you look at the scores, they're allowing on average 20 points in the last 3 games in the second half. They're not 50-point games. They're close, 20 points, 30-point games. They are stopping their opponents in the first half and putting points up. Credit to Justin Herbert, I think. And
so in terms of our playmakers, so JJ was a full practice Wednesday, a DMP on Thursday, and Friday a limited. He's marked as questionable. That doesn't concern me with Booker coming into the game.
Not at all.
What that concerns me about is then Richard's going to come into the game. And sometimes he's hot, sometimes he's real freaking cold.
It's a bit fumbleitis, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, you've got the whole situation with Trent Brown going back into the COVID protocol. I'm sure COVID's going to come up, and the beautiful fines and penalties that the NFL has leveraged on us. Delightful people in New York. We love you so much. But also you've got Colton Miller, who's been a DMP all week.
Yeah, he's going to be a game time decision according to Twitter. I can't remember who reported it.
And Richie is still out. Thanks, Matt, for sticking that in. I couldn't find anything if he was still out, so that Achilles is probably still giving him some grief. Offensively, what is nice to see was a limited practice on Wednesday and a full practice Thursday, Friday from Mr. Edwards.
Yep, did see that.
Nice.
So that is a real positive. So offensively, weapons back, and also absolutely zero mention of that knee giving Ruggs any issue this week as well. So assume full practice throughout. But we mentioned this name the other day, which was Hudson, and said, yeah, he's a rock, he's a baller and everything. He was DMP on Wednesday and no status updates Thursday, Friday. If Hudson is not in the game, that is a huge concern.
Andre James played well last year.
Yeah, but he's not Rodney.
He's not Rodney, but, next man up mentality. I'm positive on it, but that's probably not. I'd be more worried about Brandon Parker at right tackle than I would be at Andre James at centre.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure, didn't Andre James get the game ball from Gruden that game as well? Did Gruden not give him a big... I don't know, probably imagining it.
I've done some dancing.
And back on the subject, John, I know you're watching. We need some more locker room vids after wins. Want some more discos.
You know what it was? He tuned in, saw us dancing in lieu of his dancing, and
he went, I never want to see that ever again.
Oh, we were mocking him. And then, so defensively, you flip it. Like, there's nothing in that. It's like 2.5 yards. Not even 2.5 yards on the pass allowed. So I'm not concerned about that because we have played some big offenses. So I'm not concerned about that. Rush yards, again, it's 5 yards in it, not even 5 yards. Not concerned about that. They take the win, but we've played big teams. So to that point, and this is what you were alluding to, was the actual where those wins and losses have come from. Now, I've just pulled up because it was just going to take me way too long, in all honesty, to pull the schedule thus far. We got a problem. This is just not loading anymore.
It's having a Saturday night nightmare. Saturday nightmare. Is that a thing? Yeah, I've seen Matt saying that Hudson's DNP was non-injury related, which I have seen before quite a lot with Hudson. Alex has said Hudson has a veteran rest day on Wednesdays. Is that a thing? Didn't even know that was a thing. Old boys get the day off, do they?
I think it's a good idea.
It is a good idea.
I would suggest it to my company.
Put your feet up.
We went into the dog pound with a banged up O-line, and some last minute craziness going on in the locker room with Trent Brown, and yet we went out there and ran the rock. That's saying we 100% trust these guys.
Yeah.
So
back to your point, talking about running the rock that you said earlier. Picture this, because
Abram in the backfield in a wishbone. I'm watching.
Here we go again.
No, Chargers' history of this season is, blowing leads. So let's just say, for argument's sake, 14 seconds on the clock. We're at the 3-yard line, massive stack box, and we're 6 points down. For whatever reason, our running backs aren't in, and you've got to pick between Derek Carr or Jalen Richard to run that ball into the end zone. Who are you giving the ball to?
Calling a timeout.
Getting someone like, I don't know. Yeah, but
I give it to Richard.
Yeah.
Do you pitch it to Richard though?
No.
Hell no.
Stevie says Booker. That wasn't the question, Stevie. This is a fictitious world. My argument is, who do you trust least to fumble, Carr or Richard?
Richard, because I think Carr's probably got about an 80% fumble rate, hasn't he?
Something like that, yeah. But the beauty, this is a play that I'm surprised we used against the Browns in a situation where we didn't need to. That option play that we addressed on the post game, where Carr got about 40 yards on the ground. What
game were you watching?
He got
a couple prior about 7 years ago, mate.
That was 98 yards. That was. Kev's made a good point. In gold. Boom.
Yeah, I'm putting it in goal, but that wasn't one of the options.
No, it wasn't.
What
Quite
was
right.
the option?
You sure you weren't thinking about the Giants game, the 80-yard trot? It just fell over.
Okay, it might not have been 40 yards, but he made a good. I want to look how far that run was because it was about 20 plus, 30 plus. You can feel the showing.
So what we wanted to look at was the road. So this is the last 5 games. Chargers haven't had their bye yet, have they?
No.
Yeah, they had it the same week as us.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they had it the same week as us. So, you know, they had some dumpster game going on in Denver, which they somehow managed to lose. I'm still kind of confused by that one. We had what I think I liked last week's game. I really liked it because it was so situational. I know some people get bored with the running game, and it's not what the NFL wants to sell. They want to sell these big one-handed catches and, you know, fancy little people with wristbands on and such running down the field and looking wonderful. But I like the run game, and that's what I liked about last week's game. So I'm happy with where we are there. Now, we got in hiding the week before from Tom Brady. No one else, but it was TB12. I don't think it was an out-coached game. I think it was outplayed by one player.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, we've done this on the post game, didn't we? Yeah.
And yet they go with the Jags and they get a fairly decisive. And what was the story behind that score, Mitch? Were they leading and get their ass kicked, or am I putting you pressure here?
Can you repeat the question, please? I was still looking to see how far Derek Carr's run was last week.
I'm not even bothering.
Next gen stats.
He ran for 41 yards all game, which is I think where I got 40 from.
There you go. All right, we'll let you off, but it wasn't in one go because he would have coughed it up or had a coronary.
Well, he did cough it up, and he got an extra 4 yards on the fumble because Booker recovered it.
Well, no, he didn't get any yards. That's the case.
Time out after that one. Could I have some oxygen, please?
What was the question? Sorry.
Were the Bolts leading at any point against the Jags?
Yes.
And they blew it by 10.
Yeah, I think it was 11 or 16 point lead. They were leading by double figures, and then they blew it, and then they won at the end.
They got beat by the Jags with what's going on in the Jags organization.
Correct.
Wow.
Just want to give a nod to Kev's comment down there about foot on the neck sort of win last week. It's a lot closer to the foot on the throat mentality that I've been banging on about for years, but still not enough for me.
Yeah. Are you talking about this one?
No, the next one. Kevin's the next one. There you go. That's the one.
This one. See, I like this one because, it's kind of both the same, similar. It really is. Foot on the throat, get in there, smash them up. I think this is where this game right here is how we start pulling away from the AFC. You know, there's only so much pulling away we can do at this point in the season, but this is how we show that we are a contender rather than a pretender.
Yeah.
You know, we have to say, they're nobodies. We're going to smash them to pieces, and we're going to do as we please. We're going to pass on them. We're going to run on them. This is not about squeezing a win out. This is not about controlling the clock. This is about absolutely demoralizing and humiliating them, in my view.
Yeah.
This has to be an embarrassment. You've got to send that message across the AFC West, the AFC, and the whole NFL. Even though these guys are 2-5, they still got playmakers out there, and they've got this little fancy quarterback that everyone's going, oh, look, it's wonderful. No. Humiliation time. Got to destroy them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Again, I say this seemingly week in, week out. 60 minutes of football for 60 minutes. Just put your foot on the gas and just leave it there until you're back in the locker room after the game.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. This might belong in irrelevant news, but I don't know if anyone saw Colin Coward from the week giving us some props finally.
Yeah, but somehow he managed to turn it into a but fuck the Raiders.
Yeah.
He's such a douchebag, man.
Is it we're the only team that he sees in the NFL that can beat any other team on any given Sunday?
Yeah, which is a pretty good commendation, to be fair. And
yeah,
I think we've said that. I'm pissed about New England and I'm pissed about Buffalo because they're winnable, totally winnable.
Yeah. I still maintain that Tampa was winnable had we not have had the bye week there.
You still go with that?
Yeah, I still think the bye week played a massive.
We're turning into Ollie De Ruyter mentality now, where we should be like 8-0 already, even having only played 7 games. But no, I agree. Yeah, that Patriots game is definitely.
Why aren't we lifting the Lombardi this weekend?
Exactly. And quickly, just to bounce back a section, the Chargers were beating the Jags 16-0 midway through the second quarter.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the Jags went ahead.
Yeah. See, Stevie's there. We are due to hand one out. Absolutely. It's a total hiding.
And that's a great picture, Stevie.
Unless he's saying hand out a big fat W to someone else, which I'm sure Stevie's not. It's a case of we have got to go out there and give them a beat down.
Jed has just statted me out the water. Oh dear.
Oh, he's stolen it as well. Well, where were you going to steal this? Oh no, wait a minute, wrong one.
Wow.
No, that's a
hell of a stat.
That's got to be some CBS +1 only in Alaska channel giving that out.
I think someone in the McLeod Towers is going crazy right now because you are fully covered up there, Mitch.
That's why I'm always at the bottom for. Just bring up as many comments as you can.
See, I reckon if these games were the other way around, last week's and this week's, I think this would be a much more difficult game.
Yes.
Even though it's a division game and they're all different, but off a loss to Tampa like that, heads are down. After a win last week against the Browns like that, we're heads high. I do think we actually we steam into this game and we do hand one out.
For sure.
I'm not going to give away too much because we've got to do predictions soon. So.
Got to do predictions, yeah, no jumping ahead. So then we've kind of got the world of the head-to-heads before that, which I have prepped something for head-to-heads. So, but, obviously we dropped a couple of fat L's earlier on that we alluded to. The interesting one, right, was that win that they got against Tampa.
Yeah.
Even when I was looking this up, I was like,
did they?
I'm going to have to double check this now that I've called it out.
Because I'm positive they didn't. No, they lost to the Bucks.
Oh, what a failure.
They beat the Jags.
Oh, I've got my dots the wrong way around. Apologies. I'll go on the naughty step. I'll take the slide off the screen so it doesn't humiliate me for much longer. Sorry, guys. Can
we just back up a couple of comments to Jed's comment and just give a nod to Jed, who also came out with a fantastic stat last week as well, I believe. That we all sat there and went, really?
Coming for my job.
Yeah.
It was the NFC East, wasn't it? The only division to have a Super Bowl winner. Yeah.
So is Jed shooting for golden comment tonight? Because there's no Dale here to come.
Well, no, Dale's
in.
Dale's in. Sorry, Dales. Sorry, Dales?
Dales?
You're now plural, man. Sorry.
Paul
So
Berry joining us late. Hello, Paul.
Paul Berry, evening.
There's a man who can dance.
I was talking about the head-to-heads. So we've got now 4 head-to-heads. This technology is failing me this evening. Sorry, guys. I bet you this is going to disappear now. Fucking ass. No, we're good.
It's like we're having a comment off.
Head-to-heads.
Do we need to let people in the chat know about the it's good thing so they can look out for it?
We're good.
So Sean Quinn, who apparently isn't with us tonight, made a very good point in the virtual tailgate, which plug you should all come and join us on tomorrow. That every time Derek Carr stands at the line of scrimmage and shouts "We're good," we end up getting like a 1 yard gain.
Not good.
So our reaction is always no, we're good.
So where I was going with this, we both played Carolina. We beat them. They got beat.
Did the Chargers beat the Bucks?
Oh, it's all gone fucking wrong.
No, they didn't. They didn't beat the Bucks.
They didn't. Yeah, so we're good. We're good. I told you right at the beginning. We're good. It was almost a 1 yarder.
We're good.
So they didn't get such a decidedly big beatdown from Kansas City, which
Tampa,
which they didn't win against.
They said didn't win.
I
was just
anyone that puts green
in your leg.
And then the Aints, another close game on there. Film probably says a different story. But yeah, so head to head, we look stronger.
Very favourable.
Yeah. So it's a divisional game. It's got me a little bit spooked, if I'm honest.
Yep.
Stats a little bit spooky too, because it's not as wide as, if you said, well, you've got the Raiders sitting in second in the AFC West at 4-3, and they're playing a 2-5 team, I'd go, okay, no worries. Whereas I'm kind of sitting there going, stats don't reinforce that. I said we were gonna split with the Chargers.
Is this a split? You calling it? Are we going straight into predictions?
I'm
As he bites his lip in trepidation.
I wonder if this is the split.
Ollie's defecting.
Oh, not yet. He hasn't even done an intro.
Covering my ass before we get there, right? Just see what I am.
Ollie's defecting.
That would be a bad story, wouldn't it?
Is it that time of the show?
Well, we're Ollie defect.
Predictions.
Defector's corner.
No, I call it predictions. It's where me and Tony make a prediction.
No, let's go
Ollie
hot.
uses the chat.
Let's go hot takes. Not going there yet.
Okay.
Let's go hot takes. Okay. So, who wants up? Who wants to take the stage? Because I'm not going first.
I will happily throw some hot takes your way.
Fire away, young sir.
My hot take is on the defensive side of the football. I said it last week. Paul Gunther's had a pass again, just as he needs it, because we stopped the Browns and only let them score 6, which it wasn't us, it was the weather. Let's be honest. Don't think we played amazing. But this game, I think we do show up on defense. I think we get 3 turnovers, and I think we give away 0. And I think 2 of them, I think we start picking off Mr. Justin, the Hair Bear Herbert. That's my hot take. Defense shows up.
That's funny because in fact, I think we must be looking at the same notes because that's pretty much where I was going with the defense as well.
I'm looking at notes. That was straight from the dome. I've got no notes for this one. This was just off the cuff. But yeah, I think
I'm thinking it, but
Come on, take the stage, Johnny. Come on, let's do this.
No, I'm not taking the
Oh,
stage.
no,
I'm,
that's
not taking it. I'm responding to your hot take. Stay small and down in the corner.
Okay. It's all right, yeah. What you got? Talk.
My concern is Heath.
Oh, Tony's gone.
You were just talking to each other, so I was like,
Tony's dropped his pencil.
Dropped already. Look, Heath is questionable, and he did not participate Wednesday and Thursday. And I am thinking, and Arnett is still on IR.
Yep.
I'm just thinking with Heath not out there, I think we're going to be using Abram to kick Seven Shades of shit out of Care Bear. You know, really, welcome to the NFL. Here you go. Deal with Abram. And then, you know, and we're going to be leaving Harris up there on his own.
I thought you said we were leaving Paris then, and I was like, "Where's this game being played?"
So you know, I'm kind of with you, but
and I think there are classic kind of turnovers. I think it's like someone like Morrow at linebacker gets a pick because he likes that for us anyway, because no one else can do it.
Wow, the predictions are already flying in, guys. Hold predictions. I can't scroll up that fast.
No, we like this. We'll get him in.
Okay, well, so Tony,
I hadn't even considered a hot take, to be honest, or a cold take for this one. I hadn't even considered one, but I will give you a hot take. I'll give you a very specific hot take as well. I reckon.
Max, what's your hot take?
That's my hot take.
Week, man. Woof.
Yeah. Week too late for that one. So yeah. Anyway, my hot take is my very specific hot take is if my dog will let me get a word in edgeways.
What's your dog called?
Moxie.
Moxie.
Moxie. Yeah.
Moxie. Great name.
Yeah.
Can we get Moxie on the show?
I'm sure we probably can.
Perfect.
Right.
Now,
So anyway,
now Stevie's calling you Shirley as well. Right. Okay. Sorry.
I can't remember what it was now. My hot take: Jalen Richard scores one from the 3-yard line when it's only.
Are you taking my hypothetical situation?
On the 3-yard line.
That's my hot take.
I'm assuming you mean their 3-yard line, not ours.
No, ours. There you go. There you are. There's a hot take for you. Jalen Richard
97
yard touchdown.
I really want that to happen.
There's a hot take, and there is being cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, man. That is crazy.
He ain't called Rocket for nothing. If anyone's going to do that, I'd put it in his hands, to be honest.
On a pitch.
Nah, you're fucking wrong.
On a pitch that he takes in the end zone because it's a pitch and he's on the 3-yard line.
He's coughing that up for a safety, mate. He's coughing that up for a safety.
So yeah, I really want that to happen.
That's the hot take for
For
you.
no other reason, just to see the reaction of Tony in the tailgate when they're like, Rashad, the 20, the 15. And then he fumbles it at the 1 and makes a hot take.
It's realistic because Rico Gafford opens the season on a touchdown. No, not happening. Mate.
He's the only other man who'd get a 97-yard touchdown. Mark my words.
Oh, wow. Look at this hot take coming in from Simon. And I've got to say, this is probably as likely as possible.
Bring it up.
Clee getting a sack.
Clee gets a sack.
Don't see it. Guys, let us know your hot takes, what you think you're going to see out there. For me...
I think my Rashad hot take's probably more likely than Clee getting a sack. But yeah, carry on.
Where I'm going, I think... Brace yourself, gentlemen. Brace yourself. It's about DC. He's going to throw 6 picks. Nah, I'm messing with you. I think DC is going to rush for 50.
So in one run again from the 3.
I think he's going to rush for at least 50 combined, and he is going to throw. I'm going to go way out there. He's going to throw 5 touchdowns.
Woohoo! That's what we like to hear. I'll have that. That's a hot take.
It's between 4 or 5, but I'm going out there 5.
Simon's got career day for Carr as well.
Matt,
Sean?
no.
Oh, yeah. No.
Just saying. Just saying.
Say it.
Sean's joined us. We mentioned you earlier, Sean.
Sean, hit the rewind.
Donkeys are aliens. Yeah, Sean, rewind it and hear you.
There we go. Simon, career day. I really think if he's going to blow up, this is divisional game, but I still think this is this contract mentality. Got to go out there, put a foot on the throat, prove he is capable of it.
I'm going to bounce off of Sean's hot take on Theo Riddick on the running back segment. If JJ doesn't go and we give the rock to Booker all game, I don't think Booker's going to get 3 tutties like JJ did in week 1. But I think Booker in one game will put up game high numbers that really does contend with JJ as well. Because I think if he had the ball all game, Kapow.
I think Booker's got the capability to just feed.
I don't want to say I don't want to say he puts up more numbers than JJ has all season, like per game, because obviously JJ got 3 tutties in week 1. But in terms of yards, carries, yards per carry, yeah.
But I'll be honest, like JJ, his stats this year, there's no disputing them. They're not phenomenal, apart from the yards after contact. They're not phenomenal stats. But I tell you what, they're good enough. He is ground and pound when we've needed him to ground and pound.
The type of player he is, though, like you said the other week, for him to be effective, you need to feed him so he can get his motion and get his rhythm going. But when you feed someone a lot, obviously your yards per carry is going to go down and you are going to get stuffed a couple times. So I don't think it's a style of running back to have 12 carries, 150 yards, and 4 touchdowns and a safety somehow, and
Wow, Kenny's gone quite wild out there, and I'd love to see Renfro. Shameless plug. We have a lovely third and Renfro t-shirt in the Silver and Black UK store.
Tony, you dropped your pencil again.
I have. You're right.
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. But I'd love to see Renfro pull to him. But I don't know what's going on. It's not like. I know he had a touchdown last game, but
did he?
No, yeah. But I just don't think Renfro, especially when we've got Ruggs out there, potentially got Edwards back out there, we got Waller out there. I just don't think we see enough of Renfro. He's gone a little bit elusive this year.
He's a slot guy, and I think
that's your best guy. That's your best guy for like footwork and getting open.
He's been breaking ankles quietly this year.
Yeah, right. But if he's breaking ankles properly, then he's coming open. And I'd love to see it. I really would love to see it.
Yeah.
And Dale, nope, not to you either.
Stevie's got old man Witten with a tutty. He had that.
Wow.
He had a tutty the other week, didn't he?
He did. What else we got in there?
Coming to the sideline, oxygen mask.
A hot take is not what we won't see. Wait, too many negatives there. No, Jed. There'll be no flea flickers. You can't cheat like that. It's like saying we'll see no wishbone with Abram in the backfield. Like, I'm probably right with that one.
That's how you win a sandwich.
So, have we got any other hot takes? Go on, hit us up.
Not a hot take. Simon's coming in with a good talking point, though, at the bottom.
Yeah, right. And he was banging against the Chiefs. No doubt about Littleton. he absolutely sat all over that fucking, I can't even say his name, that chump of a tight end for the Chiefs. I hate him and fucking Froggy McFrog. I could punch in the face happily.
This is what Littleton's here for, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
stop the hemorrhaging against tight ends that we've had for years and years. And do we know off the top of our heads the receiving stats for tight ends this year?
So this was the other graphic which I kept on thinking, I must do that one. Was I was going to go next gen and look at where, you know, the passing grids. If I disappear into the background, I could possibly quickly whip that up. And yeah, let me go and look at the passing grid. Sorry, I'm not prepared, guys.
Okay. We obviously Kelsey didn't have a massive game against us. Gronk obviously had a tutty against us, but I think that was the throw that TB had to like the back corner of the end zone, which I don't think you could have put 11 men on him, and I think he'd have still caught that. It was just perfect place ball. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other tight ends that we've been against so far, which I can't even find our bloody thingy now. But Panthers, couldn't tell you their tight end. Saints, Jared Cook coming back. Didn't really do much against us, I don't think. Couldn't tell you any of the Patriots tight ends. So yeah.
Yeah, make a fair point, I suppose.
Yeah, difficult. It's one of them. It's a difficult stat to analyse because the players aren't there. Then who knows? Bring us any more. Colin's got a good point there. He's supposed to be the right for this system. I think next to Quit, they're kind of like chalk and cheese, quite opposite styles. Or are they? I don't know.
No, I think I've always seen Littleton as that kind of more coverage style linebacker, whereas Quit will get in there, stick his nose in there, and we've seen it as well. Quit's, come up and made some good solid tackles.
Yeah, I think Littleton's more your sideline to sideline guy, and then Quit's your downfield guy who's going to get into the backfield and stuff. Sean, I think the Chargers have been up by 10 points every game Herbert has started and ended up losing. Started, I think that was meant to say. Don't underestimate them. Yeah, Sean, I know you said you were here earlier, but I don't believe you were because we spoke about this. Yeah, they've blown a lot of leads this season. They've broke records with it. So we need to be able to play from behind, and we need to be confident that if we are behind at halftime, like we were against the Saints, were we behind against the Saints at halftime, or did we tie it going into halftime? Tied it, didn't we? 10 apiece. Can't remember.
We were tied up. We were tied up.
But yeah, again, we were down 10 in that game. So
next gen status.
Back with the controversial comment about overpaying defensive ends.
Yep.
Yeah, we're winning. We're still winning that trade.
They paid him, so we didn't have to.
I don't care. We rebuilt off the back of a generational player. I still think we're winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Wow. So let's do this.
What are we doing? Prediction time.
We have gone around.
But did you just look down to see if it was there? Predictions.
Prediction time. I'm failing on this QB grid, guys. So let's hit into it. Game predictions. Guys, now, before we move, if you put your comment in earlier on your prediction, you can change it if you want. But let's put your predictions in the chat.
They're coming in hot and fast.
Tony, you didn't jump on that like, oh, you could change your prediction like you did, Holly. I never changed my prediction.
Help out now.
I'm quietly contemplating my prediction.
You're quietly contemplating it. Okay. So stick your score prediction, not difference, your score prediction with who's going to win. It's going to be a Raider win. First up to the table, Tony, you're up. Nah, I'm not going to do that to you.
Nice, that's fine. We'll do it if you want. We'll do it if you want. Yeah. I'm completely and utterly with Steve here. I think we are due to hand one out, and I think we do. I think we put in 60 minutes of football, and we absolutely hand one out against a divisional opponent. $52.20.
What?
Whoa!
How much? I can't
I'm
even.
gonna give you like 5 flashes of the Raider logo. Fuck.
50 burger from DC.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, that's not too bad a score prediction because Ollie says DC is going to have 5 tutties. Jalen Richard's got his 97 yarder, so there's 42 points. I need one more.
Wow. Okay. I'm floored by that. I'm floored by that. Let's get a couple of predictions in, and then we'll go to you, Mitch.
No problem.
What have we got out there? So we got Ed with his Pantone color code. That's mauve, isn't it? In hexadecimal or something like that?
Could well be. Do you know what? I'm going to
34 31. Wow. Okay.
I feel like half of our games have ended with that scoreline this year.
Simon, yeah. Well, there's only so many times you can run it if you own the clock for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Simon, 38-24. Colin, 35-27. These are close. These are close. Mitch, no more hiding.
I'm not hiding. I'm ready.
No more hiding.
This is going to be one of those games.
You're going to have to talk us through it.
We're going to talk you through it.
You're going to talk us through it.
Okay. So, Daniel Carson will kick off, and then it'll be a touchback.
Not the game.
Then the chart.
Justify yourself.
Oh, I was gonna go through the whole 60 minutes then. Every play. No. I think they score first. I think they just will. I think that there's a very high potential we go in at halftime behind. I'm not going to give you a score, but I think that's the case. But I think the Chargers will do what the Chargers do, and that's choke. And we'll come out, do our adjustments. Jalen will get his 97-yarder to the house. DC will throw his 5th tutty of the night. Raiders win 36-20. That's my prediction for you.
36-20.
Why do you look confused? Is it because Tony's just like completely ruined everyone else's prediction by dropping a 50 burger on the choke?
Yeah, like it's not a 50 burger. You don't really get a reaction. It's not confused. It's just blank on you, mate.
Stevie's got it. Yes, sir.
What we got here? We got Jed in at 33-17.
That was my original prediction. Then I went,
This I'm buying. That
was my prediction, but then I put an extra field goal on each person because I thought it's going to be a bit more high scoring than that.
Kev, did I already do his score?
No, that's low.
Low.
That's low.
Kev, that's too close to defecting, sir. I'm going to go back to earlier. So, what else did we get coming in? Kenny hit us at a 27-20.
Sean's told Tony to go home.
I don't see it. We're over 30. We're over 30 in this one. Going back to our averaging of 34s.
Yeah. A little meditation.
34-17.
Boom.
Whoa.
This is resounding. That is what?
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. I just wanted a silly hairdo. Look at this. My new hair look.
I think that's an official. That's officially deflecting that, isn't it?
No, it's not. You think they're doing 34 on us? Shush. No. 34-17.
I didn't say it.
34-17. 34-17. Raider win.
This is what we like to hear. Any more predictions?
I think I'm defecting on those clowns. No way. We got any more that have come in here? No, you're safe, guys. Don't worry. I'm good. We're good. Jed. C. I don't think I've seen any more scores.
No, that's it. I think we're good. Kev Raider Nerd put his prediction up a lot earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Where was
that's
it?
I
gonna
actually
wear
don't
out
even
your
that
skull
many,
on your
like-
house.
yeah.
There's some good predictions though. This is like the most
Well,
confident I feel like we've
went over
been as a
Bill, but
nation.
Some
Some of
went
us.
over.
I was laughing when the first prediction was coming in because there was another comment about how south that jersey's going. And I thought that was going to be, I think it was Stevie said it. We're waiting for it.
Just gonna leave my hand here for the rest of the show.
Perfect.
There's nothing to see here, guys. Nothing to see. Move along. Nothing to see. It's just branding.
If you put that on the back of your headset, or headrest on your chair, you could like trap it. Oh, you're way too far back.
Oh,
That's a health and safety
yeah.
way to happen.
No, so I haven't seen anything in there. Any more hot takes or scores from anyone? I think nations represented pretty well. A few low scorers, which would surprise me. I would be surprised with a low scoring affair from us, to be clear. Are you glaring at him, Tony, or?
I'm reading the comments.
Stevie said, "Turn that jersey frame upside down for a while."
Are you guys? Where are you?
Yes! Yes! No, he's trashing the It's happening! The destruction.
It's down now.
Wow.
Coming back.
I think I've found out your problem there, Ollie. It looks like you've just wrapped the jersey in cling film in it.
No, the whole frame's gone, Pete Tom. Use this one.
I'd love it if it was like the most Del Boy moment ever, where he takes one down, then
Oh,
all of
look
them
at that.
all in unison.
No, you know what, guys?
Is that a Bob Shaw classic I say before me?
It is a Bob Shaw classic.
Beautiful.
No, it's worse. I've ripped the hook out of the wall. It's gone.
Oh no!
Over now. Wait a minute.
No.
Might be able to save this. Might be able to save it. We're all good. Good.
We're good. We're good.
We're good.
Oh dear! It's all happening. DIY stream now.
None of your shit anymore, guys.
Ollie, you've got a gap on your wall. Where there
Yeah,
should
got a
be.
gap on your wall. Yeah.
Kev's just said the exact same thing at the same time as well. Oh dear!
If it's any consolation, Ollie, I've got a blue number 12 jersey I can sign and send up to you.
Sign. Oh come on, that's a bit vain.
That's a bit vain.
There's no gap on the wall now.
Perfect. What's that? Is that?
Is it Ollie's DIY corner? So we got Mitch's corner of crap, Tony's irrelevant news, and Ollie's DIY tips. How not to hang a photo, picture, jersey, whatever, man.
Dale's in on it. We're good. We're good. Oh, the best.
Jeez, you're giving me a bad time here. Whew. Right, predictions in the books.
Yeah.
I think the Bob Shaw classic jersey looks nicer there anyway.
No, but then it's not in order. So we got my old days with the O's when they were actually called the Olympians. Then I went to the Southampton Stags. Then I didn't go to Bob Shaw. I went to Thunder, and then left, and then went back, and then left, and then went back. Then I went to the Knights, and whilst I was the Knights and Thunders, I did the Bob Shaw. It was in order. I was never in the Raid jersey, but it was in order.
For our Swedish friends, where's your pubes jersey?
There's no pubes jersey.
Okay.
No pubes jersey.
Sorry, wind back a little bit. When the Olympians were called the Olympians, are they not the Olympians anymore? Have I missed? Or don't forget, I've been out of Britball for a few years, so
They were the London. Well, they were. If you want to go back, they started as the Olympians.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Britball moment. Oh, we've got a Britball corner now. So there was a little bit of a moment where some people left the organization and said, well, you can't still call yourselves the Olympians. So they called themselves the London O's and left the logo exactly the same. As I said,
oh, okay. I didn't know if they actually kind of
now they are back being the Olympians.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Nothing quite exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they called themselves the Cobras.
Don't go there. Don't go there, because that was my youth crew that got absolutely straight robbed and poached from the London Olympians to become the Cobras, straight stolen, and then they became Cobras, and then they became the Warriors. And they shouldn't have been allowed to be called the Warriors because there was already a team in the league called the Warriors. Breathe. Makes me so angry.
What a good segment, guys.
25.
I've just spent the whole time admiring Colin's comment of Silver and B&Q UK.
He's good.
SBQ UK.
That is good. I like that.
It's too many hands. Too many hands.
Great stuff, guys.
No, loving it. There we go. There. See, look at this. I've got a Welsh and a Scottishman telling me it was the Streatham Olympians.
Yeah.
And we used to play on the old Streatham place, and it was hideous. What a powerhouse they absolutely were. So,
nothing as bad as the Essex Spartans old ground. But anyway.
Oh, you mean beach? Yeah, with the Thunder. I remember when I left the O's because basically everyone became Cobra, and I thought it was so classless, and went down to Sussex Thunder as one of 6 youth guys. We had a game against those Essex Spartans, and for anyone that knows Britball, they had the most hilarious AstroTurf that was excessively loaded with sand. And one humorous head coach of said Sussex Thunder from back in the day, who's still in the league, decided it was humorous for everyone to turn up in Hawaiian shirts and leis and straw hats to mock the beach that we were on. Needless to say, we absolutely handed them a whooping and then left laughing in Hawaiian shirts. Silly Britball. Anyways,
Kev, yes, 100%, please.
Kev, we're with you. We'd love to do an MMU. Absolutely love to do it. But
when Boris hasn't grounded us, we'll all meet up for that game we're playing in February. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds good to me. I'm with that one.
Cool.
Is that when we earn the 30-second pick?
Yes.
It is. Okay, cool. Just checking. Who gets the 30-second pick?
We will this year.
Okay. But is there any any importance to the 30-second pick in the draft? Do you have to achieve something?
I just thought it was voted on.
Oh, just voting. Okay.
Yeah. And no one likes us, so I'm surprised we haven't had it for every year.
Names in a hat, innit?
Names in a hat.
For 31 of them are us.
All who takes the longest straw. Yeah. Bang on. There you go.
That's a lot of straws to have at once. It'd be
Didn't say how big the straws were.
just the girth of the straws, I'm thinking.
Well, a quick move on. Are you talking about one of those KFC crush 'em straws? Because they are excessively oversized. They are stupid, because you get about 2/3 of the way down the bottom and you're like, I can't go any further. This is not happening. Anyways, right. So
Kev's just reminded of a great memory at the last MMU where we didn't leave the casino in Manchester until 5 a.m.
That was because you were reading books or something, not up to any shenanigans.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Great
So, yes, we would love to get an MMU back on the books. If we are busy in February and rules permit, let's do it. Let's get the gang together. We need to get the gang together. Right, so I think it's about that time of the night. We've gone completely irrelevant Britball news. We've gone irrelevant stats. It's probably about time we went to Tony's irrelevant news.
Huzzah. everyone, and welcome to this Saturday's editions of Tony's Totally Irrelevant News. Okay, first up this week, we have NRL great Paul Gallen has recently revealed he struggled to find sparring partners ahead of his fight against UFC legend Mark Hunt on December the 16th at Sydney's Bankwest Stadium. So if any of you out there are listening or tuning in from Australia and you fancy indulging in a little bit of old-fashioned fisticuffsmanship, give him a shout. He's your man. Right, second up, we move to darts. Yes, Singapore this week have announced that they've had to be forced to withdraw from the World Cup of Darts due to the island's regulations restricting travel of its athletes to Austria, paving the way for Portugal to step into the breach with European Tour title winner Jose de Souza and Jose Marquez set to compete instead. And finally this week, there's been a little thing happening in the States this week. And relevant news, the President-elect Joe Biden is actually the first Philadelphia Eagles supporter to be elected to president. That's all from me this week.
Well, sucks to be him on two counts then.
Do you remember the stat that I told you guys about before the show? Sean's just hit the stat. He's only the fourth president to serve one term, and after two of the four presidents, the Raiders have won a Super Bowl the following year. Ooh.
Spookies. We need to have tinfoil.
Yeah.
Tinfoil.
We're having one of these though, aren't we? We're having a tinfoil hat show at some point.
We are going to have tinfoil hat show. We shall be donning tinfoils.
UK's in lockdown. Everyone's at home. No excuse if you want another show. Throw that out there, can't we?
If you can endure us for another show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another one.
Kamala Harris.
Mr. Harris.
Mrs. Harris.
Oh,
well, now you've actually gone and done that, right?
Whoops. Biden rhymes with Gruden.
I mean, it might in your accent, Stevie. But
you're going to have to record that one for us, mate.
Biden and Gruden. I don't know. Can't do that.
No. See, look, we are a totally multi-purpose show. You get DIY, not tips. You get useless presidential stats. You get darts news. You get Britball news. You get good old fisticuffs, and to top it off, you get some Raiden news.
Just a cherry on top.
We were talking underwear the other week as well.
We were, Mr. Kev.
Yeah. Fantastic. What a hell of a well-rounded show this is.
I know. This is...
I'd watch this. You know what? I would watch this.
If I wasn't on it, I'd watch it.
You know what I would do? I would subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I would ring that bell to be alerted when it went live. And I'd probably share the stream when it comes out. I probably would.
Yeah. I mean, is this where Tony rushes to his mouse and remembers again to subscribe to his own show? Or are you all up to date now, Tony? Have you wrangled?
Every single one of my YouTube's accounts, my accounts on the YouTubes are subscribed, but I haven't rung the notification bell.
Wow.
Oh, no.
You know what? Also,
because I don't need
I'd plug it in the stream as well. I'd be like, you'd have to join us every Saturday and Monday from 8 UK, 12 Central to join in on game day analysis, predictions, and bollocks. I mean, more.
Look at that.
If you put that last comment, the first comment back up you just done, I read that because of the punctuation. It was like, join us on Saturdays and Mondays? The live show?
Maybe? Possibly? We're kind of,
question marks, that is 100%.
We're kind of 10 minutes late every once in a while.
Shades 2 years ago, in it. See?
I don't think I've got any more canned responses in there. Did I do the merch one earlier? to throw it in there as well. Well, I actually verbally plugged it. I could just say, we do have a wide selection of fantastic merchandise. Silver and Black UK represent us. All sorts of things: caps, snapbacks, hoodies, skidwear, apparently.
And the reason none of us are wearing it is because we've worn it so much. It looks like Bill Belichick's t-shirts.
It's mug squidware as well. Skid.
Mug squidware. Patches, pins. There is a massive patch. Maybe we need to have a patch corner as well, because there is a serious patch fetish going on this year across Raider Nation. And we have fed that beast with plenty of patches and shenanigans. So yeah, patches, pins, and there's more stuff as well, which I need to put up on the website for everyone to snatch up. But yeah, there's another shameless plug there. And no Silver and Black UK branded blow-up dolls, but Mitch may well be bringing out his own range, but he's probably thrown them in the dumpster, according to earlier. Just discarded them.
Yeah.
Apparently they apparently they deflate once they're used once, apparently. Something like that, isn't it?
I'm gonna have to go back for that quote, because that's a golden one. It was a golden one.
Does Mitch get golden quote of the week?
He gets golden quote of the week. He's a freaking presenter. Yeah. Nice.
So Sean, about 58 minutes ago, said we're just missing a name for the show.
We are
still missing a name, but actually, you know what? I've grown quite attached to the Unnamed Raider show. We've got no labels here. We're not tied with any labels. It's just an Unnamed Raider show. We've already said Raider DIY, all sorts of crap.
Do you know what I mean? We've kind of charted a new course. So we've got a Brit Bowl, tonight. Darts. It's becoming more than just a Raider thing, which you shouldn't do really. It should just be a Raider thing with some irrelevant news.
We've had no suggestions for names, but we've now had a lot of comments just come in saying to keep it as the Unnamed Raider show.
Keep it as the Unnamed. Now, I got a question. Do I drop the speech marks around it? Because I just was like, it's the Unnamed Raider show. But are we just going to, is it legit? Are we the official Unnamed Raider show?
Add one of those question marks in the little diamond. So they go,
I don't know how I even do that again. I don't even know how to do it again.
Only works on Facebook.
Oh yeah, on Periscope and on the YouTubes, they can deal with returns, but not the Facebooks. Facebook's no good. Keep as is. Okay, well, the Unnamed Raider show. We've got the name of the Unnamed Raider show.
Excellent stuff.
Nice. We finally got one.
Can we cut the ribbon on Monday?
Can we what?
Can we cut the ribbon on Monday? Or should we just smash a bottle of champagne over one of our computers? Is that what they do?
I tell you what, we've actually, Tony, have you noticed we've got a fairly good conversation out of Mitch this week, because he's not sitting in a hotel room battered on a vino?
Yes.
It's been pretty...
I hadn't drank wine before that last one in the hotel room.
What, never?
I mean, I had a beer with dinner, but it was only the Uno beer.
Oh, okay. There's just only one beer in the past hour because you live on it. Well, we are legit. We have a name, that we are unnamed.
We do. Excellent. That's amazing.
The wine is ready for after the stream's finished. So, Dale, Ed, I'm ready. Oh, cheers, Ollie. Chin chin.
Cheers.
There you go.
It's a Raider theme. Nice bit of Charles Woodson vintage here.
Tony's going to come in now with his fruit shoot or something. Cheers. Oh no, 2 litres, 7 up.
Out.
Your dentist is earning his paycheck, isn't he? Jesus.
It's free. Yeah.
It's only half a bottle. It keeps on going.
Health conscious.
Green screen, isn't it?
It's what I need to get. And then you guys give me so much crap about my falling down pictures and jerseys. It's proper trash now. Like, it looks good lying there, but the other side of it's ruined.
Yeah, Ollie was going to have dinner after the show, and now he's going to spend it rearranging his office.
You're good, man. How'd
kebab. I've got a curry sat in my Just Eat basket waiting to be ordered.
Lovely. Well, so what? We got anything else? Oh, shit. There's a whole segment that we've missed.
What? That's quite a rare segment. Is it?
Anything happened in the league? Anything good?
I don't
If
know.
not, we've lost over this. Anyone got any
Any
news
other-
out there?
You'd have thought so because it's it was trade deadline week, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were surprisingly quiet.
Massively underwhelming for everyone involved.
But we don't want to shake the apple cart. Rock the boat, shake the apple. I don't know.
The apple cart.
All these cracking phrases.
Shake
Yeah,
the apple cart.
Any league news, pop it in the chat because
Google the
apparently
chat.
we're useless.
Any good news?
Let's have a look.
In other news, hi, Tony's. Whoop whoop. You've been building anything, Tony? Built anything recently?
I have, yeah.
Oh, what you built?
Yes, Simon's got it. Yes. The Chargers traded away Desmond King the third, who is an All-Pro at 2 positions for a 6th round pick.
Yes.
I would have had him for a 4th. He's
Well,
incredible. And he's a kick returner.
There was another daylight robbery out there.
Was this a defensive end trade
Yes.
the week before? Yeah, Carlos Dunlap and Emerson Griffin. Emerson Griffin.
And I think there was a QB went somewhere. Not a starter. No, it's close to irrelevant news.
Kenny's got another good one. Don't want to talk about it though, but
Oh no. Let's talk about this because I think Raider Nation needs to vent on this one. Let's have a little natter batter about this one. Natter batter, where's that come from? No idea. Fines and a loss of draft pick. Yeah. No, you spelt that wrong, Kenny. Straight fuck the NFL. This is not okay. We have amassed 1.2 mil in fines, lost a 6th, and we got shafted on the Bucks game. Straight shafted. There's only ever been one game pulled forward because of COVID, and that's surprise, fucking ours. And yet, you've had Tennessee Titans have shut down their site for their location for half a season. Countless facilities emptied, and yet the NFL decide we're going to pick on the Raiders and we're going to absolutely put them to shreds. Yes, John Gruden is wearing a thong on the sideline, but he's changed it since then. Since you nailed him with the first fine, he is up to. And last week, he's even wearing an actual proper official face mask, and yet the NFL go, "Oh, we're going to take 6th from you, dicks."
The NFL would do NFL things for us.
See, Colin's got this right. I think. I hope the NFL is sitting there cooking up an enormous package of go fuck yourself for the Titans.
Can't see it.
No,
I completely agree, though. The Titans should have been absolutely hammered.
They won't do that because they've got Tannehill as their little comeback player of the year, and it's a great story. And Derrick Henry's doing Derrick Henry things, so they won't do that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Raiders are finally turning around. We're doing Al Davis things. That's what it is. Like I said in the last show, we're doing Al Davis things, botching quotes left, right, and center. We are doing Al Davis things, and they're going, "Oh shit, that guy is still floating around. We're gonna nail him."
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, Gruden obviously did have a proper mask on last week, but I think we caught him on at least one occasion with that around his chin.
Yeah, but I
think it was more than once.
Wearing the Kylie Minogue, la 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 la, like the Andy Reid type of things. Every time I see them with those stupid fucking visors on, they look like Kylie Minogue video.
Have you a salad?
I can't get it out of my mind. But
head.
Oh, no good with these quotes. And that's all I think of with when I see those. But everyone else that's wearing a face mask, you see them pull them down, you see them wrap round here, and yet no, we'll go after Chucky.
Yeah, it's always going to happen. I'm surprised we're not hardened to it by now. I know we should be, but
you know it's going to be a sour one when it comes to draft night because they're going to have to bring up COVID again next year.
We also don't have to. Also, I can't forget, obviously, that Trent Brown went on the COVID list. Come off the COVID list. Obviously, had his IV issue last week, but was cleared to play. Come back and is now back on the COVID list.
I learned about this the other day. So apparently, doesn't sit right with me. Think it's a bit of an excuse, but I won't smash anyone. The reason he's allowed on the COVID list is because the reason he was having his IV was because he was still suffering with COVID symptoms.
Bollocks.
And then because the IV messed up, even though he no longer has COVID, because the IV was helping him because of COVID and it's related, he's allowed back on the COVID list as it's a result of it, which I don't buy because if you haven't recovered from COVID symptoms, you're not going to be, have an IV and come back on the field. So there were people I didn't buy it because there's no way you're being allowed to play if you've still got symptoms of COVID or you need an IV to be able to play because of COVID.
No.
Regardless of how big you are.
If you're feeling ropey after that, after having COVID, plus, this whole kind of, they're only really in it for 7 days typically. No. Bollocks. Yeah. Utter bollocks. He wouldn't have come back. Otherwise, we'd have a massive outbreak in the locker room because he's been in. So it's just Roger and goons out there trying to screw us. Fuck them. Hate them.
What's the lowest you'd take Trent Brown for if we had to trade him away?
0.
Or literally just cut him?
Fuck, $100,000 I'll give you.
You would?
No.
I'm gonna say, give me that. I'll get a flight there, and I'll cut his brake. No, that's horrible. I won't cut his brakes in his car. I'll have a conversation with him.
Out. Get rid of him.
Yeah,
I'd lighten him up before he goes. I'd absolutely wait. Oh, here we go. I'd lighten him up by absolutely finding the crap out of him.
Maybe we can get our 6th round back.
Not a Raider. He can piss off. I'm not even saying it, but yes.
Pretty sure
we got merchandise for that, haven't we?
I'll take a bag of chips. Get out of it.
Bag of spuds.
Yeah.
Get another bag of sprouts for Renfro. Was it sprouts or was it grapes? What was that picture that Renfro had? Come on, help me out.
There we go. I wouldn't trade him for them. I'd get the fines back off of him. I'd fine the crap out of him internally. Say, you have brought this club into disrepute. Screw you and your lazy fat ass. Fuck off out of here. Done with him. Absolutely done with him. He's a little Antonio. He's just grief. Well,
he's not little.
He's just grief. He turned up out of shape. He's a chump. And that was clear. He was getting hurt. Now he's got COVID, apparently. Then he gets...
He's got it twice.
Twice within 3 weeks. Nice one. Dick. Get out. Get him out.
Grapes and Renfro, that's the one.
I must have missed something. I have no idea what this grapes and
Google it. So there's a picture that came out of Hunter Renfro when he was in college, and he's just stood there looking like the dorkies.
Yes.
Is that my end, or has Ollie just gone in absolute slow motion at the shock of this?
I thought it was my end.
No,
but that is him.
Ollie's having a little slow motion. We will go in slow motion now for the rest of the show. I'm not even.
He's done now. He's finished, Elliot.
Yeah, he's done. Classic Ollie. We have run incredibly over on this 1 hour show.
We have done. Oh, he's back.
Hey, he's back. Welcome.
Gotta love rural internet. Gotta love rural internet.
Did the sheer
Bring a
thought
super
of
fast generation together.
Put another mouth in the meter. No, okay.
Yeah, we are well over. There was us when we were first planning these shows. We're like, we might get to half an hour. We might get to half an hour. 45 minutes at a push, and here we are, hour and 20. That's what happens when you have DIY corner and irrelevant news and
more relevant news.
Right. Okay.
We can max the relevant news if you want.
No, I love it.
It's the best segment of any podcast that graces the internet, I think.
Yeah.
I'm expecting this at the podcast awards for like best segment next year. If there is a podcast award, I'm guessing that's a thing.
So, I think in summary, there was no other league news, right?
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing.
That's how we got there. So, I think it's been brilliant fun this evening. We've finally got a name. We've stuck in some more taglines. We've done some DIY tips. We gave you some score predictions, some score analysis. We chatted some crap, and we had a lot of fun. We had some good laughs. I absolutely love it. This show would be three idiots talking to each other on a video call if it wasn't for you fantastic people of the Raider Nation allowing us to take an inordinate amount of time on your Saturday night and joining us. So it's awesome fun. Thank you very much for joining us. And if you're not, I'm going to get another plug in. I'm going to squeeze this one in. And if you're not a member yet of the Silver and Black UK, get over to the website, silverandblackuk.com/sign-up and sign up. Get on it. You get yourself an awesome swag pack of merchandise, of wonderful stuff this year, I must say. Yep. And you support some fantastic charities. More info coming out on those charities soon. Tony, in other news, we've got to have a meeting. No, not that kind of thing. It's just to get Mitch off the show. Just get Mitch off. Get ready.
We're not allowed one of those meetings for a month.
Oh no. Oh. No, awesome fun. I think Dale actually has just put another suggestion for the show name in there. Is the show name better with wine?
That could just be the tagline.
I don't drink wine.
And then that could be like a little double-edged tagline.
It's like wine with an H in it. Wine with an H in it.
I thought it'd be like quite a double-edged thing where it says better with wine, and then you're trying to figure out, is the show better when the hosts are drinking wine, or is it better as a viewer if you're drinking wine when you're watching it? Guessing it's the second one.
Yeah, I'm thinking Dale's probably sitting there with 2 bottles of empty next to him. And yeah, I can now endure these idiots for an hour and 20. Yeah. 4 minutes and 23 seconds. No, it's been awesome fun. What is this about haircuts, man? I saw something.
I meant to ask about this. Colin, can you elaborate on this haircut thing?
Well, he said that he thought I'd had a haircut. No, just had my ears lowered.
You can tell the barbers are shut now. That's why I'm wearing a hat again.
It's just hurt the feelings now.
Yeah, do you know what? I've been. Yeah, I missed the boat on going to the barbers before the lockdown. So
I did on lockdown version 1. Lockdown, hey, SBU.
You can get some awesome Silver and Black UK swag caps as well. This is a nice snapback. No, this is the joy of having a wife that runs a stable yard and can clip a horse like a boss. She can clip your hair too. It's good.
Ollie just compared himself to a horse. Not in the way you'd expect a male to, but there you go.
Okay, right. We are really turning somewhere wrong here, but it is a variety show. Next up, we've got Dave with his juggling. Well done. We're done. No, awesome fun tonight. Any closing comments from you, Tony? Because you closed the show.
Do I close the show? Do I? Is that?
No, you do now. Yeah.
I am the closer, am I?
Yeah. Close this deal.
Thanks everyone for joining us. There you go. It's my closing comment.
Just like that. Nothing more.
Well, I don't quite know what you
Simon's got a great point. College games are on. I've had my friend from Georgia message me that because we're playing the Gators, we can go and watch Clemson Raiders and see who we're going to draft next year.
I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and watch Designated Survivor.
I don't want to spoil it. He survives. He was chosen to survive. It's good, man. It's a good series.
I love it. I can't believe you've not seen it sooner. But yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay, gentlemen. Well, I'm gonna go and I don't know.
I'm off to get some wine down my throat.
It's been good fun. Thank you very much, everyone in the chat. We really enjoy it, and we will catch you in the virtual tailgate, which will be open 15 minutes before kickoff. If not, we'll chat to you on game day. It's been awesome. Thanks very much. Go Raiders.
52-20. Go
guys.
Raiders.
Thank you.